Hi everyone, my name is Hannah. Today I'm really excited to share my thesis project with you for my master's degree in interactive design at Northeastern University about designing inclusive interface for smart grocery shopping carts and unmanned technology. For this project, I have 5 steps in design. I started with secondary research and I did user survey and interview. Then I moved to low fidelity design and a first round of testing. Then I moved to mid fidelity design and test again. Then I delivered the high fidelity design. My main stakeholder is called A Innovation Lab. They provide service for unmanned retail with AI technology, but they need assistance on UX research and design to brainstorm the future products. The first step here is collecting existing data. I did a literature review on competitor analysis with existing secondary research. In the literature review, 3 things impacting the current unmanned shopping user experience, including technology, economy, and social factor. However, further research is needed to understand unmanned grocery technology. The current literature here are really limited in existing unmanned technology in big cities, primarily in Asia. They only really interviewed existing users, but they really neglect the first-time users. In the competitor analysis, some existing competitors with similar technology are mainly from iFi, Instacart, Trigo, and Amazon, and they have really different format of products. Most of them have item recognition and cardless checkout, and most of them need a mobile app to use with technology. Although there seem like a lot of unmanned technology products, but only a few has been implemented, which I highlight them in green. And this site you are seeing here is called Amazon Go. And this site you are seeing is called iFi. And they are very similar. When you come to the convenience store, you just click on the application and they will ask you to scan the QR code. Then you can enter the convenience store. And then after you shopping, you can directly walk out and you can find the receipt in the mobile application. But there will be a little bit of delay in receiving your receipt. And on the left-hand side, you are seeing is called Krogo. On the right-hand side is Amazon Fresh. And they are kind of similar too. They have the auto detection function, which you can throw the grocery in and they can detect most of the grocery. However, they both need to become members to use. The Krogo, you need to have the Kroger membership card, and the Amazon, you basically need an Amazon account. And the Amazon has the touchless checkout, but the Krogo does not really have a touchless checkout. Those secondary data give me some opportunity in my upcoming design. I really want to understand the current shopping experience in my grocery shoppers and their technology familiarity. Also, I wanted to understand existing unmanned technology user, and I also wanted to understand the new users' feedback. Also, I think the smart shopping cart has more design opportunity since they have more screens to design. But I will ask my users to decide which one has more use in the future, in the upcoming design stage. The second part I'm doing here is understanding the users. And my goal is to understand what users really want and what's their real pain points to define their persona and journey map. And I did a survey in Qualtrics, and I distribute them in a lot of channels with a various of age range of users, because everyone shops for grocery and I wanted to get a diversity of users. Then I got 375 responses in few days. A few interesting findings including most of the shoppers go to multiple stores And the reason is to find the best deal and best products. And more than 85 of my users are really tech savvy. Most of them are extremely or very familiar with technologies. Also, the most important aspect here for shopping is time efficiency. Users really care about time efficiency when they shop for groceries. My last question in my survey is to recruit my interviewers. I filtered to get the diversity range of users. And my goal and objective is to try to find design opportunity for my unmanned grocery technology and to understand my persona and journey. So I put my notes in the Excel and I did my semi-structured interview with 6 participants. So here is how I broke down my data with affinity mapping. I break them down into before and during shopping and checkout process. And then I have another section to put the feedback in. Then I break them down with similarity. And I broke my user to 2 groups, which are basically traditional grocery shopper and online store grocery shoppers. The traditional grocery shopper really wants a way to help them to manage their shopping list, to find their things faster in their list, and to compare similar items to know the item detail. And the current pain points including they don't know where to go in the stores, and they really need to pull out their phone to understand what kind of plan they have, or they even forgot about planning. And they think the current kiosk is rigid and the current process is slow. And the main opportunity here is to adding something in the planning and shopping stage. The thing we can do is to think a shopping list with a smart shopping cart, to let them to see the aisles number and let them quickly and intuitively find their item faster. Another persona primarily shops at an unmanned store, and my users basically shops at Amazon Fresh. This is the most convenient store here. And the tutorial is not really great in Amazon Fresh, so they have really slow onboarding process. And they also have another pain point is they have really hard time to find the correct location in the grocery store. And they also wanted to find a way to efficiently to understand the shopping cart and find the items. The opportunity including enhance the onboarding and giving the location information on the shopping cart. So the common goals of my 2 users are fast finding items, being able to see similar items, and effectively check out with less time and less rigid technology to save their time. So I break them down into a few opportunities in the screen, and I designed my first initial screen based on the user feedback. The first initial screen, including 10 pages of low fidelity screen from onboarding to checkout confirmation, and I will only talk about some unique features here for the sake of time. And this is the homepage when the users just entered, and there's nothing added in the shopping cart and no planning list yet. When users need to upload a planning list, he needs to click on upload and shopping list, and this will let them to compare with their current shopping cart, and the estimate total will let them to compare with their current total, will help them better understanding their budget. And in this page, user will be able to see the item's location with the aisles and row number, and they will be able to compare to price and see the different suggestion in different tabs to understand what's going on in this grocery store, such as items, what is on sale or some other items, similar items. And the usability testing worked similar as my user interview. I recruit 3 new users and 3 who have never used those technology before. So how I test is I shared my screen with my Figma prototype, and I asked their feedback on each screen, and I test the affordance. I also did some A/B testing with some of the screen to decide. However, the main problem here I found is the two total is kind of not really intuitive for everyone, and there are no call to action button here. I didn't add a call to action because I thought it's the touchless pay, but our user really didn't know the touchless pay, and some of the new user didn't understand. So I think it's worth adding one. Otherwise, it will be confusing to our users. Then I did some changes in my 10 screens to iterate into the mid-fidelity prototype. Mid-fidelity wireframe is in green color because my users said, besides the brand color of their grocery store, they think green color represents the grocery shopping itself. And the before and after really shows I enlarged the uploading button because previously some users said they cannot find the uploading button. And I also changed the homepage from my cart, which is empty, to explore, because some of the users said they wanted to see something when they just entered the grocery store, and they don't want to get lost when they just see everything is so empty. And in this page, I also added some function to manage this shopping list, such as added checkbox to see if you have found the items, and sort delete function. And I add a recommended item based on the last item you added in the cart, since the user might not be able to click on those two tabs when they are shopping. I reversed the layout based on the A/B testing because users' natural reading order is from top to the bottom. And I did the round 2 testing with the same methods. And besides those some of the small UI issue, I can move on to the next step with no big issue because my users think the current design is simple and intuitive. And I can move on with the similar color theme. And finally, I designed 11 hi-fi screen. I will walk about this with a user scenario. And let's say a user just go to this grocery store and see this screen in a smart shopping cart like this. And this is his first time using this. So he clicked on continue as a guest. And he finished these tutorial steps to understand what's the function within this shopping cart. Then he goes to the homepage. He sees there is a lot of items in the Explore, and there is an item near me. So he clicks on the button, and he can see the item's detail, and he clicks close. And after he's scanning the items, scanning the QR code, he imported his shopping list from his Apple Notepad. And after he traveled around a little bit, he found 3 items, and then he added a cider into his shopping cart. And he just got some recommendation that goes well with cider. And then he just keep going on in the grocery store. Finally, he found everything. And he clicked checkout to go to the checkout page. After he selected everything, he clicked on checkout. He select checking out with credit card, and he will receive the receipt with the QR code. Then he scanned the QR code with his mobile camera, and he received the QR code in his mobile browser. Finally, he finished the shopping with very fast time and efficiently, really. And this is all my screens. However, this is only a really great beginning of this big project. The next step of mine is to hand off to my clients with some screens and style guides. And then after getting some feedback, I hope to wire them up into a interactive prototype, and I hope to design some interaction, maybe some animation in those screens. And I really hope to test the round 3 with the interactive prototype and calculate the test success rate to test the interactivity. And the reflection of these projects are really a lot of learning of me. I'm really proud that I can take on such a big project in this short amount of the time. I face a lot of challenge during this short amount of time. The first challenge is I don't really have a real machine to test with my users. So a lot of the time, my users are kind of confusing when I'm testing with them. And my solution is to try to be patient and to explain to my users with pictures and scenarios. And other learnings for me is clients' needs do not really always align with users' needs. And I hope to balance users' needs and clients' needs, but my clients want more interactivity and creativity. My users want the simple and fast checkout and shopping. So I advocate for the users, and well, I will try to find a balance between both parties' requirements. And those are my projects, and this is the projects I'm doing in this really short amount of time. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.